Let me start off with an update on my health report because I sorted out everything I needed to do, and thankfully I am still in good health for now. The procedure that I did was a colonoscopy, and let me be real with you guys, it is the worst experience I've ever had so far in my life. And it's not something I look forward to ever again, but I'm still going to do it if life spares. And I know many of you guys are older gentlemen, so I will advise you guys to do one just to see if everything is alright. The procedure is not without risk or risk of injury, as with anything in life, so keep that in mind and make your own decision like I did. I believe 2 persons who did the procedure that day had some issues that they needed to run further tests on. So if you guys are on the fence about whether or not you should go and get a colonoscopy, maybe you should consider making a visit just in case something is wrong. And again, it has risks involved, so it's up to you to decide whether you guys want to take that risk. With that said, let's talk about these 304s because I'm seeing a trend of men holding the line, or at the very least, refusing to commit and walk modern XXs down the aisle. I don't know if it's just a moment in time due to the effects of womanism, the economy kicking people's butts, the dating marketplace being so messed up, or this information spreading more and more. But men aren't really all that eager or willing to commit anymore. Is it just me, or are you guys seeing the same thing where the men around you aren't really going for the whole relationship thing anymore? I know this is anecdotal, but besides the statistics, all we have is anecdotal evidence, but I don't really see men that I know all that eager to settle down and live with their girl like in the previous decade. If they are doing it, I notice that it's either out of need because the rent is getting so expensive, or they're trying to save some money, which is counterproductive because they spend more in relationships than when they're single. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are seeing a slight shift to where the men you know who aren't stuck in miserable relationships or marriages are trying to stay single instead of heading straight for dating and relationships. And this video will just be us chatting and sharing ideas, so don't take it too seriously. Here's the deal, I've been single for 3 years now, going on 4 in a few months, and I've officially been 1 year on monk mode. I may go another year, but I haven't made a concrete decision yet. In that period, most people I know have been in and out of relationships, and only a few couples have stayed together and gotten married. Most women I've been intimate with are still single or hoping in and out of relationships because they can't stay alone for too long. That alone tells me that the men who decided to hold the line and put their focus on better things besides chasing love and relationships are winning right now. The statistics already prove that relationships don't last because we have too many greedy and selfish people out here, but if you stay single long enough, you'll see that most of these women ain't ish. I kid you not, but most of them take men and relationships for granted, and they have no problem using men to get whatever they want and will discard them with the swiftness when they no longer serve any purpose. You don't get to see this side of women when you are in your own relationship and trying to make it work, but as someone that's on the outside looking in, I'm here to tell you guys that most men who enter relationships are getting a bad deal. I questioned an alleged virgin the other day about her relationship status because this woman is in her prime, allegedly has her V card intact and still can't find a man. I can't understand how it's even possible that a woman at peak value can't find a man to take that deal, but when you let her talk and tell on herself, you'll realize she's just trying to find a man to use, and I think the men pick up on that and aren't going for it. Keep in mind this woman is what you guys want to wife up and marry because she's never been with any man or woman, and other men still aren't taking that deal. After questioning her, she basically told me she went into her last relationship out of curiosity and to get experience, and she never took it all that seriously. This is an alleged virgin talking, and even she takes men in relationships for granted but wonders why she can't get the type of man she wants right now. This is how cold these people are, and when we tell you that the divorce is planned before the wedding, hopium addicts think it's all a lie or an attempt to keep men scared and single. And I know another young woman that is allegedly undefiled, and based on her actions, she wants to be out here in these streets. She's already posting thirst traps on Instagram, got piercings, and is trying to date an older man. These are the good women doing this, guys, the women who haven't been with anyone yet, and this is their mentality towards dating and relationships. None of them wants to be a modest wife, raise good families, and stick by their husband through thick and thin until death do us part as the first option. Both women are Christians, and even that can't save them from using men or being out here in these streets. So when you see men deciding that enough is enough and choosing to stay single, I think they are making the best decision for their future in 2023 and beyond, because there's no more hope left out here if virgins cannot be trusted. The problem that modern XXs have is all of them want to win, and they have no issues if they win at men's expense. No woman wants to lose for years and struggle with a good man anymore. All of them wake up thinking about themselves, and they go to bed thinking about how they can use men to get the things they can't get on their own. Thankfully, we have men out here who can recognize when XXs are desperately trying to use and take advantage of them, and they are making the switch to protect themselves by staying single. So to come full circle as to why I said men don't want to commit anymore, some men figured out that they will lose their relationship no matter what they do. So instead of constantly putting up with crap that isn't worth it just to have sex, they'll find a better way to get what they want or stop trying and stay single. Some men are just cool watching porn every now and then and jag off instead of finding a girlfriend or paying for bedroom fun up front. And if they're feeling lonely, some of them get a pet, or when they have the chance, hang out with their friends in the real world or online. It's cheaper, less headaches, and they have the freedom to do whatever they want without reporting to someone else. Other groups of men who still want the pleasures of the flesh will pay for a subscription girlfriend, and when they get tired of using the service, they cancel their subscription and move on to the next one. They have to put up with some levels of crap, but it's nothing compared to the BS they have to endure as a boyfriend or husband, and they actually get to have bedroom fun without the excuses or the woman not wanting to give them any. They get the freedom to do whatever they want, and they have their friends, kids, or pets to keep them company when they feel a little lonely. This is a way better deal for many men than having to provide and protect someone who is working against them at all times without wanting to do what makes them happy. Also, we have men who decide to go the sex toy and doll route instead of having to pay for the real things constantly. These men realize that instead of risking their health and flushing money down the toilet, it's better to get a silicone toy to do the job for a one-time payment until the product fails. These men don't have to put up with anyone's crap. They have their peace, quiet, and freedom like the other men who decide to stay single and find another option besides relationships. And if they get lonely, they can chill with their friends or get a pet. A small but growing group of men are finding these options are better than dealing with XXs in dating and relationships when they are paying not to have bedroom fun a lot of the time. Because let's be real, the only reason why most men deal with or put up with XXs is because they want to get the venom out and then maybe start a family. So when they solve the bedroom fun problem, either by leasing garden tools to fulfill that need or finding toys or other ways to scratch their itch, they realize there's no need to take XXs seriously at all. The only reason why men deal with women seriously besides a blood relation or a working relationship is because they want to have bedroom fun with them. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. And to add salt to the wound, with how modern XXs have been treating men in society, dating in relationships, and using the laws to screw over men who didn't have any intention of screwing them over, it's not surprising that men no longer want to be with these people. Many men have been hurt so many times by women throughout their lives, and they have nothing to show for it. After a while, that's enough to turn off any man from continuing to deal with XXs seriously. So when you see your friends choosing to stay single, and you hear the statistics saying that men aren't dating or committing anymore, that's because they're sick and tired of XX's crap, and they just want to be left alone. Some hope things will improve with XXs, and they continue to get battered and bruised because they can't live without women. At the same time, other men figure out alternative strategies that work for them and for a period of time or indefinitely, and they decide to stop taking women seriously. Regardless of what men choose, it is evident that now when XXs are free to be who they've always wanted to be, they are some of the worst creatures on the planet. As I said in my story, undefiled women who should be wives aren't getting wifed up because their mindset is to win at men's expense and take advantage of them just like the 304s. So if they already plan on using men based on their mindset, what hope is left out here? What I think is undeniable is men are tired of putting up with women's crap, and they're finding other alternatives to get what they want without dating, relationships, and marriage. That's the only reason why ninjas are flocking overseas, leasing garden tools and buying toys to fulfill their needs. They know what they are getting for the amount of work they have to put in will not be worth it, nor the time and energy to constantly replace these women, so instead of playing the game to women's advantage, they are finding strategies that work in their favor to get what they want and keep their peace, quiet, and freedom. Click the video on the screen to learn why relationships are not worth it anymore for a lot of men going forward.